Hi everyone, my name is Anne Marie, and I am here to actually talk about my twin flame relationship. Initially, I met my twin flame 2 years ago. I actually thought he was a creepy dude sitting in the corner because he didn't say anything to me and just stared at me the whole time. And thanks to our friend who was insistent on us hanging out, we finally did hang out, only to discover this intense connection with him. Um, Originally, we started hanging out because he was helping me move, and he helped me move out of my apartment. And afterwards, I offered to give him Reiki. I am a Reiki practitioner, and so that was in exchange for his time. We finally had set it up, and I went to his house. And all I can say is that when I placed my hands on his chest to do energy work, I had an intense flooding of memories from our first incarnation together, which was really overwhelming because I actually had dreams about him and about that life since I was 14. So it was pretty intense and overwhelming because I was not expecting it at all. I had spent a good 8 years looking for him, the same person that was in my dreams, and eventually I just started thinking I was crazy and gave up. So it was kind of cool to experience that. Um, but yeah, so I've been remembering him since I was 14. Now, some of you may know what a twin flame is, some of you may not. Basically, a twin flame is a very, very intense connection with another person. It's stronger than a soulmate relationship. It's stronger than most relationships that society knows today. It's designed to be something bigger than the two of you. So you're in this relationship, and it's not about you at all. It's not about your wants. It's not about your needs. It's entirely about what can benefit the two of you together, the whole. Um, it's unconditional love, which the best way I can describe it is that person's thoughts and feelings become entirely more important than your own. Your back got hurt, your feet get hurt. They come home from work, you're not worried about it. You're worried about them. Too many people get caught up in what that person can do for them, and that is not what a twin flame relationship is. It's completely letting go of the ego, which is that self-centeredness that we all carry these days. Um, he, my other half, or your twin flame, would feel a lot of the same things that you feel. They could be emotions. They would know if you're upset, if you're angry. Um, Strangest thing that happened to me, I was shopping one day, and he was at work, and he likes French fries. I do not at all. But I just got this really intense craving for French fries. Weird. And so I'm like, why do I want French fries? I don't like French fries at all. And he ended up calling me on his lunch break, and he's like, I'm really hungry for French fries. I'm eating some right now. And I'm like, okay, that's too weird. But yeah, just all these little weird things that kind of happen between us. A lot of times your twin flame will look a lot like you. Some twin flames, I think you can see it more than others. For us, we are both about the same color hair. We have the same body structure. We both have long torsos and short legs. We have birthmarks. I have one on the left side of my body. He has one in the same place on the right side of his body. Now that's weird. I mean, you've heard of people getting married and they like the same things, they like this or that, and they may look alike, but it's pretty intense when you have a birthmark. So yeah, that was kind of like a big sign to me. I actually didn't know much about twin flames when I met him, so it was kind of a learning experience for the both of us. There's a whole process that you go through when you meet your twin flame. It's clearing old energy. It's, getting you basically clear to be emotionally invested into the relationship that you have to accomplish the things that you're supposed to accomplish. So I had a lot of things that I had to kind of clear. Most twin flames have not had easy parents. I did not. I had an interesting childhood. So I had a lot of that to clear, and then I also had a lot of past lives and people that I had met in this life that I had been married to or had dated before. So I had all that to clear. So it was pretty intense the first couple months. It was definitely draining. Now, as far as the twin flames, I know that there's these steps that are out there that say, you meet, you do this clearing, and there's the runner. We had talked about it. We had watched all these videos out there that explain the process that you're going to go through as a twin flame. And I'd have to say, if any of the two of us were to be the runner, it would have been me. I am very, independent. I don't like relying on people, and I don't like getting too close to people. And that's all part of things that I had to clear. So, during that time, where there was a period that I felt like I wanted to run, we had talked it through. We had open communication, and I explained to him all of the reasons why I felt like I wanted to run. Now, the running phase, I think, is absolutely necessary for most people, especially those that don't know how to overcome certain things, and they need that time on their own to do it. But I did the best I could to keep open communication and to explain and talk and confide in the things that I was feeling and why I felt what I had felt. And I can say that I'm very happy that I did that. We had never separated, and I'm glad, because I was able to lean on him. He essentially became strength for me to overcome and work through issues that I had to work through. So I'm very grateful for that. So I'm kind of glad a lot of people that are twin flames have ran from each other, separated. And I think it's definitely there for twin flames that aren't ready to come together and to serve that higher purpose, and for people who aren't ready to let go of the ego, because in a twin flame relationship, if you are selfish, it's going to disrupt everything. You can't be selfish at all. Now, another interesting thing too about us, we are very magnetically drawn to each other. When we are separated, it's actually painful. It knocks the breath out of me. It's very hard for me to be away from him. And that's not like me at all. I do not like relying on people. It's just like another part of your body is missing, as if someone took your arm off and moved it. It's a strange feeling and a sensation to feel. But it's not neediness. I'm okay with him doing his own thing, us spending time separately, but this is a whole different feeling of missing, as if you are literally ripping a part of yourself in half. That's the best way that I could describe it. And that's also how you know you're in a twin flame relationship. You can feel lonely, you can feel empty when somebody's not around. That's not a real twin flame relationship. That's just insecurities in yourself. And that's something you have to work through. You have to learn to be happy completely on your own before you're going to be ready for this twin flame relationship. Absolutely. I spent my whole life trying to figure that out, and then I finally did. And when I finally came to that point in my life where I was very happy by myself, I didn't feel like I needed anybody in my life. I had finally spent a long period of time not dating anybody, not talking to anybody, and I just did things that I enjoyed. My hobbies, I liked being outside, I would bike ride, just things that would enhance me. And it wasn't too long after that he ended up coming into my life. So as far as the ego, I want to talk more about that. It's not about what that person can do for you. So many people out there are looking for their twin flame. They want their twin flame relationship. They'll do anything to have it. When you lose that, and when you learn to come to peace and not search, is when you know you're ready. You're desiring that relationship not for the good of what the relationship can do in general, but it's for what the relationship can do for yourself. And you can't have that. You can't desire it at all. You have to let go and be at peace. When you're 100% at peace and happy with yourself, then you're ready to move into that relationship, because it's not going to be about you. It's not at all. It's going to be about what you can do for the rest of the world and what you can do when you come together. And you're not going to be able to bring that kind of baggage into a relationship like that. You are going to have to be 100% happy where you're at before you're going to be ready to have that relationship. I can say that his needs and his wants are so much more important than my own. If he comes home and he has a headache, I could have the flu, and I would still rather help him than even worry about myself. I want to take care of him and help him for the sake of our relationship, but at the same time, I also don't feed into ego on his part either. People like to argue, fight in relationships. You know, it's again what the relationship can do for them, and if that comes up in a relationship, neither of us respond to that. It's kind of strange how it happens because we're just like, that's really not important. You know, we have just a whole different sense of what's important in our relationship. You know, if he talks to another girl, then so be it. I mean, he's allowed to talk to whoever he wants. But some people would get so worked up if they see their husband or boyfriend talking to another girl. At the end of the day, you can't worry about things like that. If someone's going to cheat on you, they're going to do it, whether or not you know about it or you see it. You can sit there and go through their phone and ask them 10,000 questions, go through their Facebook. This is not going to stop someone who's going to cheat. If someone's going to cheat, they're going to do it regardless. So there's no point in worrying about it. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to change anything. So if you have insecurities about trust, you know, your person that you're dating, talking to somebody else, you're not ready. You have to let that go. Because there's no sense in worrying about it. It's not going to help anything. It's not going to do anything or make anything better. So for people who are out there that are looking for their twin flame, and if you've discovered the feeling of that connection, I applaud you. It's a very, very, very wonderful feeling. It's nice to know that you're not alone. But at the same time, the more you focus on that connection, if you're not ready to focus on that connection, the more you may feel alone. The more that you feel alone, the more that you need to spend time alone. You need to find that independence and find your happiness without anyone giving it to you. You have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And that is the biggest, most important thing. You have to love yourself. So hopefully this may help somebody out there. But I just wanted to kind of get out there. I've followed Mel and his Twin Flame channel, so I've actually learned a lot from him. I may actually post some video responses to concepts that he talks about. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to post. And I'll see you guys soon.